Liam, ahead of the new F2 season, how important is this summer to truly recharge yourself?
I think it's always a really important part of my year. Coming home I nearly didn't make it home this time either, so that was quite gutting. I tried 6 weeks to get an MIQ spot and didn't get one, so I was lucky to get one. And I think for me, like I said, it's really important to reset, refresh before going back overseas. I think, yeah, I wouldn't have been in as good a headspace as I am now if I'd stayed over there. So for me, it's nice to be home, nice to be doing this. It's one of my favourite things to do ever. Go-kart racing is some of the best racing, so yeah, just really nice to be here.
Making that jump from F2 to an F1 car, from a driver's perspective, how different is it when you're on track?
The amount of work you do behind the wheel when you're driving is not just driving. You're doing a lot of switch changes. In a quali lap, we're changing 6 or 7 things a lap while trying to push and drive as fast as you can. There's a lot of communication with the engineer on switch changes. I had to learn that the driver manual is like a book this thick, and it takes a lot of preparation to just be able to drive the car and operate it. And then there's the working with the team, like with the engineers, the amount of people that you sort of communicate with while driving and afterwards in debriefs and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, a lot further advanced than anything else. A lot more people involved. Standing in the garage and seeing the car being worked on by 20-something people, it's very, very cool.
Liam, 2021 was a busy year driving-wise for you, DTM, F2. How busy is it in 2022?
Planning on having a lot more work involved with the Formula 1 team as well, so simulator work, things like that. Hopefully get to go to some of the races, but other than that, it's a lot more work in the factory, which is exciting for me because until you actually go there and you start, interacting with the team, it's impossible to learn and just how much there is to learn, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's really, really, really advanced, and you don't get it unless you're involved. So for me, it's exciting. Even just doing the test stuff, you always think every time you step up into a new car, you think you've learned it all almost. You think you're going as fast as you can, but there's always so much to learn. And when in F1, it's just another level. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. And I think hopefully even learning stuff from them I can take into Formula 2.
Let's talk about your summer, breaking records in the Rodentfz. We've seen that car on Sky Speed before. What's it like now? Or what's it like to drive? You broke records all over the place.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool to finally show people as well, because I think it was kept quite private for a long time. And what Roden cars and what David's done is very, very cool. The car is awesome to drive, and it is very, very fast. It's nice though. So if I compare it to a Formula 2 car, this ultimate speed's probably not too different. I think the Roden's probably a bit quicker, but it's a lot easier to drive. The steering's not so heavy. It's quite easy to maneuver. When you're on the limit, it's not a very fine edge. You can sort of get away with a few things. It slides around a little bit, and it's quite easy to control. So, and the warm-up side of it's nice and easy. It's a lot nicer in that sense to drive. But yeah, it sounds wicked. Like I had a lot of feedback from people on how it sounded, how it looked. So, and to break the records, it's nice to just show people how fast it is.
How close do you think you are to your F1 dream?
I think it looks a lot closer than it is. Realistically, I still have to have a very, very good year in Formula 2. And I have to, all the work that I do with the F1 side and the F1 team, it has to go perfectly. So a lot has to happen still. So in that sense, no, it's not very, very close. It's closer, and we are getting closer, but still a lot has to happen for me. I still have a lot to learn as well, so I'm just looking forward to the year.
As much fun as you're having now in the summer here, you're gagging to get back out there and start work?
Yeah, I am. The thing is, I love being home, and out of all the places I travel to, I'm very lucky to travel a lot of places, but none of them compare anywhere near to this. I really, really enjoy being home, and as I said before, it is a very important part of my year to refresh and reset before going back. I know as soon as I get on that plane and I go over there, I'll be ready and looking forward to getting to work.